So, with the base setup as it is, how do you want to bring more power to it? Have you got the power plant set up already?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of coal power plants out here. I'm actually kind of surprised we managed to go above production. I'm not entirely sure what would have caused that spike. Because, yeah, it went from pretty much nothing to capping up. But we were, well, not nothing, but, you know, it wasn't that close. And then it just
yeah, that is weird.
Oh, you know what? It's because I finally had the steel production going at full efficiency.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably that when we logged in, or rather, since you've been building up to it, the factories that were, the factories that were bottlenecked suddenly weren't anymore, so all of them turned on at once. Happens in Factorio all the time.
So where is all your power set up? Is that down at the ground level?
I don't know what color I am for you guys. I'm probably the orange person on the icon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like... Oh. I'm real far away. The coal power plant is all the way out here.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't feel like routing all of the coal down this direction, because that would have taken a while.
Oh, so you just, like, found a coal seam and then sort of built
made this, like, horrible...
power there, and...
Yeah, I've got, like, a horrible coal spider, and it just kind of does its thing.
That sounds hilarious. I'm going to have to come see it, but I'm going to basically cheat. Go back to the base and build a coal power plant or two that are kind of pull off the sugar cube coal delivery system.
Let's see. Yeah, if you want.
I feel like you're so advanced compared to how far I got with, like, I didn't even get to building sugar cubes.
They are so janky that part of me thinks you're better off not.
Yeah.
They're so fun, but so janky.
We got to see one trying to copulate with a conveyor line, so...
I mean, you know,
I'm not the way of life, but I still get kind of uncomfortable when I see, like, cats, like, doing their thing.
What?
You never like... Oh, I was down in Budapest for 3 months, and their cats were, like, completely unregulated. So it was just like...
Yeah, they've got a massive cat problem.
Yeah, you just walk by and it'd be like, oh, yep, those are just 2 cats going at it on the sidewalk. Why there? I don't know.
Well, you know, when the mood takes you. We're making frames, aren't we?
Let's see. Yeah, we are. I think on the 2nd level and kind of the back.
Alright.
Just trying to, like, basically run around and have a look at everything.
This isn't even remotely the most spaghetti factory I've seen. I've got some people sending me Twitter images, and it's like, what?
It's only fun if it's spaghetti.
I specifically was actually trying to keep it kind of organized this time around. I think the power's on.
Yep, it is indeed.
Now, can I make a T2 mine? Yes, I can.
Concrete, so that's not what I need. Also concrete. Probably also concrete, yep. Maybe, no, that's wire. Cable. Okay.
Oh.
I am not finding this.
Let's see, what are you looking for?
The frames, the oops. What are they called? The modular frames.
Modular frames. They should be right in the back. I'm pretty sure I made one.
I'll go and check.
It should be one of the assemblers, not a constructor.
Yeah. Are you piping it into a box?
I'll be back shortly and I can double check. I just wanted to...
I'm gonna kill myself by dropping down here. Yes, I am. So let me gobble down a lot of food first, so that I can tank the hit. If I can land... Oh, damn it. I was hoping to land on the electric pole to reduce the damage, but never mind, it wasn't.
I'm just following the power lines at the moment to see if I can find where Wanda set up the coal factory. Coal production.
Basically the ping that says more power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did put a beacon down.
I am running in the right direction then. I just want to, like, just show everybody, like, as much of the factory as I can. and to try and work out how it's all working myself. Oh, here we are.
Donk. Oh wow, those vertical jump pads really shoot you up.
Ah, I see. So coal is your fourth, because I only ever ended up with, when I was playing earlier, with 3 different types of ore. So coal is like your 4th one on your scanner.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
see.
There's other types as well, aren't there?
Yeah, there's like the cadmium.
Yeah.
And there's fuel.
See, this world is so detailed, it kind of just impresses on you the need to make use of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Like, I love all the creatures and, like, the little bird things that fly around and... So cool.
I feel kind of bad whenever I see the bird things. I'm just like... In any normal universe, these things would just immediately be fodderized by the first predator that comes along.
Yeah.
I think
Fodderized. I like that word.
it was... well, I remember, I was reading discussions of, like, last bosses in video games. And fodderized was a word used fairly often to describe, you know, bosses that just get, you know...
Farmed
real
endlessly.
early. Yeah, exactly. What is it? Bale. After a while, Bale just kind of becomes the loot pinata of Diablo 2.
Mm-hmm.
Big threatening thing, and yeah. Anyway, so this is the horrible coal plant that I've got going on. I probably could have organized it better, but
No, I'm just trying to follow everything along, see where it's all going, what everything is, because I've not seen all of these machines before.
yeah, so these are all just coal generators.
I am missing out on something dumb. Ah, copper wire. Of course I am. Of course it was copper wire that I'm missing out on. Couldn't be anything more interesting, no.
Right, so...
I do like these level 2 or these level 3 conveyors you've got going up and
Level
down.
3.
Very nice they are.
Oh. Maybe the berries do actually grow back now.
Oh yeah, they have been growing back for a little while actually.
Because I remember we had that discussion. I just had one like pop into existence in front of me. I might have I might have missed it previously, but I don't think so.
Yeah, because the first time we played, it didn't seem like they were regenerating at all. But then the second time we played, but then they were regenerating. Or at least at that point I noticed that they regenerated. Yeah.
So, I think my next order of business is I'm gonna get this stuff together to get the last tech for the better sword.
Oh yeah.
Then I think we should probably go slug hunting.
Oh yeah, because then we can increase the.
Is there anything that you guys feel I should have to be prepared for going out with you guys doing whatever you're doing? Because as I say, I feel a little bit behind at the moment.
Let's see. Healing items are probably the most prominent. We don't have a whole lot because we just kind of hacked our way into this world after the previous world died on us.
Oh right, yes, I remember watching the stream and you guys had to kind of cheat a little bit, didn't you, to get
I mean,
back?
cheat is such a powerful word.
It was. I understand why though, because you basically it was a glitch in the game that meant that you couldn't continue. So
yeah, it was a
you wanted
massive
to just get
pain
back
in
to
the
where
bum.
you were.
Yeah.
And then I head back to the main base.
But yeah, so I guess things that you would need: build yourself a chainsaw, get a little bit of biofuel. That way you can just cut away terrain if you need to, and have several stacks of concrete on hand for ramps, and then enough healing items to keep yourself going. Probably.
Okay, I didn't actually encounter any healing items while I was doing the tutorial, so I need to work out what they are and stuff
Look
as well.
for fruits, generally. There should be like kind of pink, red
berries.
berries.
There's some in front of me right now. There's like a little beryl nut. Are they healing?
Yeah, yep. Those are food.
Cool.
Damn, these conveyors are really, really aggressive.
Yeah, you could not run against them. I have tried.
That's half the fun of this game, isn't it? Like, just trying to run up and down all the conveyor belts.
I mean,
Like
you're not
treadmill.
wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. But I do suddenly feel that I have a greater appreciation of how biters must have felt in Factorio.
Did you do the conveyor defense system?
On occasion, yeah. It's like, well, I could just have lots of guns, or I can have these belts that don't require any resources once I've built them. They just work endlessly. And yeah, the biters will never get
So
to the
you
walls.
just put a whole like wall of belts along, and they just
Yep.
just keep going backwards.
Yeah, because they
Brilliant.
can't run against T3 belts, if I remember.
Yeah, that is actually kind of cheesy as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, right, so I've just added a little bit of base power, just 2 coal generators, frankly. Beyond that, they should fill up and then they'll back up the belts over a while. They're almost full already. I do kind of want to make those jump pads.
Yeah. I mean, feel free. It's going to take a little while. And... like, I don't want to just immediately be like, alright, Sheila, welcome to our base. Now we're leaving it. Bye.
Yeah, that would be a little bit... It would be
just
amusing,
trying to-
but also a bit annoying.
I have nothing in my inventory, so I'm just trying to find all the components that I need to make myself a chainsaw.
Let's see.
You can
I gotta remember
do
what you
anything
need.
if you have some copper ore, some iron ore, and some limestone, right?
Yeah, but I'm already
actually,
fabricating
pretty
all of the
much.
components, and if you can actually find out what you need. Let's see. So, chainsaw. Screws... let's see. I guess if you want, I can show you where everything is.
Reinforced iron, iron rods, screws.
Because, yeah, all of those are
cables.
going to be on the...
Ow.
kind of in the middle of the iron layer.
They'll be in
I
the
really
iron
wish-
layer somewhere. I'll go and have a look around. And then I'll probably
Yeah.
need... I think you need a bit of concrete, don't you, for reinforced iron plate, unless you're already fabricating them.
I am fabricating that. I think
Everything.
I'm actually fabricating every non-steel resource right now. There might not be
I
that
will-
many.
I will go and have a look for like some basic components just to keep in my inventory then.
Yeah.
The steel
We
stuff.
should have loads. I don't think I have that many stored up. Let's see.
People in my chat saying this looks confusing. Yeah, the tutorial will take you through everything from like the very beginning, and you just build up to the complexity. So don't worry about how insane this looks.
Oh!
It probably also looks a lot worse because I try and just jam everything together as tightly as possible, which definitely
'cause
is
you
not
could-
beginner friendly.
Yeah, if you did everything in like a big long line, you could be like, well, this is this, and this is this, and this is this, and it's like a tree in a way.
Yep. Okay.
Whereas
Let's
if you
see.
squidged everything. Right, let's go have
So-
a look around.
This is an equipment workshop, so if you want to make the
Oh, nice.
chainsaw, you can make it right there. Right next to it is a craft bench. Let's see.
Very nice.
These two, I believe, are where you get the iron rods. Each of the storage containers
I was
should be
going to say,
collecting enough.
I can see iron rods here, so maybe I could take a few of them out. Yeah,
Yep.
there we go.
Let's
I
see.
just have to look for the conveyor belt that's got them on, and then
Pretty much.
take
Yeah.
some out.
So these are screws. I think
screws.
the next 4 are screws.
Lovely. Yeah, I've got some screws now. Some cables maybe.
And cables are upstairs because they're on the copper.
Oh, of course
track.
they're copper, aren't they? Yeah, that would make
Yep.
sense.
Ooh!
And
That's
let's
a
see.
little bit higher than I was expecting. Holy crap.
Before you go upstairs, there is... Actually, do we have any of the... Yeah, we have some of the hardened stuff over here.
What's that? The reinforced plates?
Yeah, the reinforced plates are all the way over here. I'm jumping on a box. Turn to your right.
I
Yep.
see you. I see you. Okay, coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
I think,
we're not
I
pro-
think I am getting the hang of your little factory now. Of
Yeah.
how it all is.
Once you get to the assemblers, it gets a little bit messier. It's the next one over. We need a lot more reinforced plates, and I have not upped the production. But I do have a spare one to collect, because I know we need it.
Okay, I'll take it a little bit, and there's a few. Right. Okay. Cool. That should, if I just get the cables from upstairs,
Oh, wow.
be enough to
Yep.
make my chainsaw.
Here, if you come over here, there's a bounce pad, actually.
Oh, awesome! I haven't played with those yet.
They're fun. They have the tendency to break your shins, though, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah. There's a bit of an unfortunate side effect, I find.
Which is why I told Aavak to do it this time around.
I mean, mine isn't particularly safe, I'm going to be honest. That may have been a mistake on your part.
Let's see. So I think you're in the steel section.
Wire going in around here.
Let's see. Cables are over here. Let's see. On the opposite side.
Trying to follow it back. I thought because all the cables were coming over here, all the copper wire was coming over here, that it might be to make cable production, but I was wrong.
Yeah, I don't think cable is actually used for anything in any of the resource chains. Yeah. It's only
just for wiring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only for the power cables, so it's like, cool. Well, we'll have a stack, but I'm not going to have it looping anywhere.
Yeah, no, absolutely fine. Makes total sense.
And then, yeah, let me know if you need to find anything else. I think that's all the resources you're going to need.
I think that's everything I need. Like, that's pretty much all the basics. I just like to have a stack of each basic resource in my inventory so that I can make bits and bobs if I need to.
Yep. And unlike the previous floor, if you want to craft stuff, it's at the front, near the mega ramp. I'll probably move the crafting benches downstairs as well. But...
Fantastic. Thank you for the help with that, because as I say, I was feeling a little bit lost, and like the tutorial took me through things, and I had an inventory full of stuff.
I was feeling a bit guilty. I'm like, oh wait, no, I made this. I probably should actually make sure you know where anything is. Let's see.
Yeah, it's not too difficult to get the hang of. It's just a case of you just spot what you want to look for on the conveyor belt, and you're like, oh well, that goes there, so that must be making something to do with that, and it kind of follows on.
Also, officially, chat, if you think for even a second I feel bad about the switch design of that wall, ha! You fools!
Where's this wall? Oh, this wall.
Wow.
I'm just building up.
For shame.
I know, right? The other one was all nice and well matched, but no, not on this side.
Hey, I had a question for you two. With the Xeno Zapper, right? Earlier on, when I was doing my tutorial, I started off and I was able to zap aliens with it. I had like an electric charge going through it, and then later on, it didn't seem to have an electric charge. Do I have like some kind of power in my suit, or is there like, do I have to charge up the Xeno Zapper, or?
I'm fairly certain it's just a random proc. Like it'll just happen. Half the time you just hit them, half the time they get zapped, and like sometimes you punch them, and there doesn't seem to be like immediate rhyme or reason. I was
so confused. Yeah, I was like, did I do something wrong?
To be fair, these belts actually sometimes throw me off, or try to throw me off the corners if.
Oh yeah, if you take the corner too hard, absolutely.
They are really fast.
So now I totally kind of understand what your amazing factory does and how everything kind of works. What's the next goal then?
Let's see. So we're almost done with research. I'm actually gonna try and finish the research off right now. So if you go down to the hub, you'll see we only have one research left for the upgraded Xeno Zapper, and then otherwise we pretty much have to wait for them to add more to the game to get more hub research. However, there is an extra set of research that I guess we didn't really know about, which is there are hard drives you can find out in the world that get you like different blueprints. I don't know if they're particularly useful, but there's also just random resources we haven't found yet. Like, I'm just gonna say like probably uranium or something. And if you research some of those, you actually get blueprints for they're called Blade Runners, which reduce fall damage, and also like Mark II power poles, which probably just have a longer range.
Yeah.
So that
they might even have more inputs to them as well, more than 4.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. So I was thinking we'd all just kind of load up and go zap our way through the wilderness and try and find some.
Cool. Yeah. So when I'm looking at the hub, I can see like some things for
milestone reached. R&D inflated.
Oh, actually, no, now that I think about it, we have 2 more tiers. We're not even close to done.
I was going to say, there's like the space elevator tiers. Will they unlock once we've finished with the other tiers?
Yeah, I think we tore up our space elevator. I don't think we have it right now. But yeah.
Yeah, that may well be the case.
Yeah. Aavak was using it as free resources, and then we kind of forgot. But yeah, so we're only on tier 4. We actually have tiers 5 and 6 that are available in the game. So
yeah, I was a little bit shocked when you were like, yeah, we're more or less through. I was like, damn.
Well,
Tiers 5 and 6 went past really quick.
No, I was wrong.
So-
I was really hungry, I think, last time we played, and it was affecting my brain.
So how come we can only see up to tier 4?
Because we actually have to do the space elevator delivery first.
Oh,
That's
right,
kind
so
of
the
how
space
it
elevator
unlocks the
more
next tier.
tiers.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I've got a feeling that if I try to bounce off of that wall, I'm going to die.
Well, if you want to do... If you actually want to start adding to the factory, it looks like we might need more wire production. If you want to work on that.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Okay, I can do that.
There's no living from this, no.
It might take a
Well-
minute to work it all out, but yeah.
My plan may or may not be less than optimal. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad design, but you know, surviving is not guaranteed.
So it's
I'm
copper
back to
wire
my crate.
production you're wanting.
Yep.
That's it. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be on the top floor on the right side. And you
Yeah.
should have plenty of space to get more down. And don't
Take
worry about,
another
like,
look at what
matching
we've
it
got
too
there.
much. Because it's not that big of a deal. And we can always easily expand the platforms out. Actually, I might as well do that now.
Okay, I'm just like looking at what you've got.
Gotta make sure that my wall design continues to melt people's brains.
Ah, so that is steel production over there. Okay, cool. So this must be limestone there. Copper, right?
Yep. So you should have a bunch more space on the right side now.
Oh, fantastic! I see you putting down platforms for me. Very good.
Yep. I think there's a slug that I'm supposed to be reaching somewhere around here that I can only drop down from. I should be paying attention for that, but I'm not. If you see slugs, by the way, they're going to be like glowing green things. I think
Yeah.
you can also find yellow and purple ones, but try and snag them if you see them. Because they're for overclocking. I don't know if you got to that point.
No, I didn't get as far as that. I don't actually know what a slug looks like, so
It will be very distinct. It literally glows.
Yeah.
it's a glowing slug. Okay. I will
Aha!
keep an eye out.
Yeah. Green
I
slug
have them.
right above your main base on a stone arm. Oh. Might actually be able to see one from over here.
Okay, so I'm thinking I just need to break
Oh.
this conveyor here and put more splitters in. Split it all around.
Yeah.
yeah.
so-
yeah.
Probably tear up.
I'll work on the
Well, that's going to be an interesting surprise for someone at some point. I'll leave it there.
office small.
Concerning.
Also, hello Pagan Samurai in my chat. I bring up your name because it kind of segues into what I was going to be asking about. Because we've been talking about glowing slugs, and I have, since the moment I saw the first glowing slug, thought about the crystal lizards in Dark Souls. How's Sekiro? I have no idea how
Sekiro?
to pronounce that. Sekiro. There you go.
I mean the R pronunciation is definitely wrong, but it's really fun. I think I like it better than any of the previous Souls games I've ever played.
Wow, really? That
Uh,
is pretty high praise.
so they got rid of the stamina system, and I find it makes the bosses both more frustrating and more engaging, because it gives you no time to breathe. But once you
Oh,
get
right,
like
okay.
the tempo down,
Well, mistakes were made.
Did you fall to your death again?
I was tidying up the walls. I may have tidied them up slightly too much.
That's brilliant. Oh, Aavak.
I was like, yeah, okay, this is starting to work. There's some room for improvements, but it's okay so far. And then suddenly, yeah, I was just gliding majestically through the air, past the wall that was meant to stop me from gliding majestically through the air.
Remember, you can ragdoll to save yourself from fall damage.
It takes the fun out of it, though. That's like playing Terraria and then free falling, so you quickly quit. No.
Oh, no. I'd use a magic mirror, or
well, that's completely legit, though. A magic mirror is
had
100%
umbrella.
legit.
That was my thing. Let's see.
I'm all aboard with that sort of stuff, but yeah. Anyway.
So, my base impressions of it at first were, oh, this is going to be kind of one of those like really, really like frustratingly difficult games, and then it obviously is and was. I think I spent an hour and a half on the second boss, and by the end of it, I could more or less beat her without taking a single point of damage. It's just like
nice.
Still kind of war of attrition because the enemy health bars are kind of long. And then after that, the game became kind of an easy cakewalk. Because I knew what I was doing. That's a bit of a shame. And well, no, when I say like easy cakewalk, I mean like I was so good at like parrying and getting the timing down that like without like the only way the game could have been harder was being even faster, at which point my reflexes simply wouldn't be enough to keep up with it.
That's actually something a lot of people have been talking about. Of the reason to play it on PC instead of console is because the 30 frames versus 60 frames.
Oh, absolutely. I can't even imagine it at 30 FPS. That wouldn't be pleasant at all.
I mean, it's human reactions. We're talking about averages here, so your mileage may vary. You may be like, you know, the favored child of two top tier, you know, combat fighter pilots, and your reaction times are simply beyond those of mortal men. But that's the one I need to fix. But generally, a person's reaction time is on like what is it, like 250 milliseconds or something like that, for the signal to get from your brain to your hands, sort of thing. So the difference between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second is you get twice as much visual information before, you know, to make a snap judgment on. So it is actually a big thing, especially when you're playing games that do rely on reactions.
Yeah, so I don't know. It just feels good. I always found in like I didn't like Bloodborne that much because I felt like I was always just kind of like trying to like slide backwards out of harm's way, and it didn't feel great. Like especially against a lot of the bosses, like the Bloodstarved Beast stands out in my memory as just like not fun, and my hands hurt afterwards. Whereas like, because I have repetitive strain injuries that I'm still kind of like dealing with after a bike crash a long time ago. Let's see. But so, let's see. But so with Sekiro, you're pretty much only using two buttons and then moving. And no. You're using L1 for parries, R1 for attacks, and then let's see, I guess A for jumping and B for actual dodges. But for me, most of the time I'm just sitting there with just one finger on each L1 and R1, and I can pretty much just go toe-to-toe, you know, parrying every attack and then attacking when I get the chance. And it works perfectly? I don't know. And it doesn't feel like stressful at all or even painful.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've really been looking at jumping on that. As far as the Soul games go for me, 1 is and will always be my favorite. So I don't know. I mean, 3 is really good still. It was made by the same group of developers that made 1. Dark Souls, that is. But 2, I didn't gel with 2 quite as much because it felt more like a game. Dark Souls 1 felt like a world that I just happened to be playing in, whereas Dark Souls 2 felt like a game.
I think you'll like Sekiro then, because there's actually more of a plot. Like, you're actually a legitimate character, and people, like, call you, well, not by name. You're just Wolf. But,
right, okay.
But, like, you actually have kind of a reason for being there. So I guess that kind of runs counter to Dark Souls exactly, but it... it feels like a more complete world, even if it's like...
Yeah. I did enjoy Dark Souls' kind of brand of storytelling without telling you a story sort of thing, but at the same time, Dark Souls 2, well, the level design was just very... Yeah, here's this area, here's that area.
It was dumb.
This very obvious connection point, and it's like,
yeah,
kind
it's
of like accidentally finding new places in Dark Souls 1.
I went up this tower and now I'm in a volcano. Why am I here? I don't know. Yeah.
Oh man, that broke my mind a little bit while I was playing that on my channel. And it's like, yeah, I don't what this the lay of this land does not seem logical to me. How did I go up and yet I feel like I've gone down? No.
I will admit, Dark Souls 2 is actually by far my favorite of the series, but I think it's I think it had the right pacing because 3 got too fast. For me. Yeah. Which is weird because Sekiro is actually the fastest, I think, out of all of the From Software games that I've played so far. But, like, Dark Souls 2 still kind of had that lower speed.
Where are we going to be putting the space elevator, do you think?
Probably in the gap that we were jamming it in previously.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do.
See, I really enjoyed watching Dark Souls. I watched all of Aavak's Let's Play of the original one. But I don't think I could play it.